When you entered the internship, was it just for music?
No.
Like, were you thinking, I'm going to do this to one day be serving full time in just music? What were you thinking about?
So I was always, being thrown into full-time ministry, to be honest, the thought was always a pastorate. Starting a church.
Okay, so that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So when the internship goes along and it starts moving, do you see certain areas that God starts opening your mind to in different parts of the ministry that you're like, I never thought that would be the case?
Yeah, 100%. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what tripped me out.
Yeah.
So that tripped me out as well, because when I first started my internship back in 2018, it was, I'm just going to be a kids guy. I just want to teach kids, nothing else. And all these years later, it's like, oh no, there's so much more the Lord wants me to do. And that's 100%. A trip out. It's really cool how he does that.
Yeah, it's funny because when we entered to the internship, Pastor H wanted us to have a ministry that we're predominantly like involved in. So for myself, that was a music ministry.
Okay.
For Johan, that was a teen ministry and things like that. But as time progressed and time moves on, just seeing different opportunities arise. So for a time period, I was helping out with like the finance team, with the back end things, now going into SRE, and also now helping with the soul winning ministry as well. These are all things where, to be honest, at first I didn't really think I was going to be involved, but by the grace of God and the way that he's just provided those avenues, given me opportunities, and I just take them by faith. It's just been an absolute joy.
And I think that's the difference, right? Is if you really want to be used by God in ministry, whether it's full-time capacity, volunteer capacity, there needs to be a desire to serve
100%.
And a willingness to do whatever he
100%.
puts in your place. And without that, that's where a lot of failure comes from, is just not being willing to do something, not being willing to move forward and push forward and do what he has coming up for you. So why do you choose to go to West Coast? Why do you choose, I'm going to go study overseas?
So,
I mean, that hasn't even happened yet.
Because
the last couple of years, because of COVID, you've been doing it online. Yeah. But what initially gets you to think, okay, I'm going to go to the West Coast for a few years?
So over the last year or so, I've been studying online at West Coast. So I just finished my 1-year Bible certificate, now pursuing my pastoral theology major. To be honest, I keep saying to everyone, if it was up to me, I wouldn't be leaving. Like, everyone knows the situation around our church currently. It's a lot going on right now. And logically, it wouldn't make sense to leave. But it all stems from an opportunity again. It started off at the beginning of the year, Uncle Naranjan giving me the invite saying, hey, I'll be heading off to West Coast in April for the graduation ceremony. Would you like to come along? So I prayed about it. I thought, okay, this is just a cool time to visit the college. Didn't think of anything else of it. I come back to him and say, hey, I'll pray about it, think about it, and let you know. During this time, I was having conversations with different men, different people about ministry, about life and things like that. And the thought just came to mind of, am I where the Lord wants me to be? Am I where he wants me to be for the stage, or is he telling me to take a next step? I don't know what that step is. Yeah. When you're following the Lord's will, I'm always of the mindset of be where you know the Lord wants you to be and stay there until he tells you to move on.
Yeah, interesting.